the finals. So, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, it is the finals, and actually it still says next finals in the scoreboard. Now it will not say this anymore. It is the finals for tonight's Competo Cup. It is Serashin against Rikytan here in the PVT. We are on test bug, and I can tell you one thing: 99% chance that next week we will have new maps in the map pool. And by new maps, for example, I am talking Belshire Beach. Awesome, right? So, and 3 gates are up for Serashin. There we see the assimilator number 2 is about to get finished. Right now we see the warp gate will be finished in the 40 seconds. And Rikytan looks like he wants to go tank marine. Of course, you can go tank marine with this Protoss, and you can go tank marine with this in every matchup. Like you can just go 4 gate in every matchup, but you of course need to watch out whether this build you are going for is adaptive enough to the playstyle of your opponent, because if your opponent is going super fast robo and heavy on the immortals, might not be the best thing to do. And now Rikytan is scanning, and what is he spotting? He is spotting the robo facility. So, and robo facility is a good thing to have, because those immortals, they just like the honey badger. They don't give a shit. And by the way, check out on YouTube honey badger and type in something like gay man talking about honey badger. It's absolutely hilarious. Because he said, yeah, this is the honey badger. The honey badger don't give a shit. I mean, I will show the YouTube video later on. So, and speaking of units who don't give a shit right now, it's most likely the siege tank, because he is far away enough from getting attacked. Lots of marines are out for Rikytan, and it looks like Serashin, he might be able to go for some aggression here. I mean, not just yet. Second siege tank is out. Siege tank will siege up here on the high ground and immediately is able to attack those forces. Serashin needs to pull his units back. He is doing this right now, and he immediately needs to expand. I'm just waiting for the probe to move out, but looks like he wants to apply pressure. He wants to go one base Colossus, but preventing this expansion here at the natural from going up is actually might be a hard thing to accomplish, just because of the fact that the siege tanks are here. Now it's the third siege tank out. I mean, yes, there is, here it is, the observer. Observer will be able to observe quite a bit and especially provide some vision here onto the high ground, but oh, nice scan by Rikytan. Absolutely securing those forces here on the high ground, forcing Serashin once again to go for another observer here. And this is how you do it. Now he knows, yes, he is safe. It looks like Serashin wants to attack anyway. The tanks are sieged up, and we have 4 sieged up siege tanks. Yes, there's a bunker getting cancelled. That's basically about it already. I mean, Testbug is a map where you can go for aggression, because the rush distances from one base to another are, let's just say, medium. They are not too far away, but they're not too close. You can go for any early aggression, but if you want, you can actually macro quite well enough, because your natural expansion is one of the safest in the game. Of course, the natural expansion is not on a high ground, like for example on Shakura's Plateau, but the entrance to the natural expansion is quite a slow one. You don't have any high ground areas where units can be dropped, so it's safe to go for an early expansion. That's what I'm saying. So Serashin knows, okay, he's got his base up for so long. I was not able to do anything about it. My base will be quite late, so I will take the rocks out and maybe going for a nearly double expand here. If he's going for a Nexus right here, right now, I would be having tremendous respect because of the fact that, yes, his siege tank combination is super good and awesome, right, as well, but this army composition is just not enough for Rikytan to actually move out and do damage. So this basically means, yes, he's got forces, he's safe for the moment, but he cannot go for a kill right now. And I really like that he's anticipating Colossus play because of the observers he was taken out. So immediately going for some Vikings, so you were able to just get rid of Colossi right away. So Serashin not going here for the expansion at the gold for the moment. Someone in the chat just said, looks like Rikytan is going to play TVT. I mean, he's got the Vikings, he's got a Raven, he's got tanks, and Marines taking out rocks, and he's just slowly moving away from the observer, so the observer was not spotting those forces. But looks like Rikytan now got enough siege tanks and maybe enough Marines. So Serashin now spotting those forces, Rikytan sieging up right away. Of course Serashin needs to get away from those forces. He needs to wait until those tanks are unsieged. Now they are. Does he have the blink? No, he does not. Does he have the charge? No, he does not. So maybe he's just buying himself some more time until the charge is out. He's got 3 more gates warping in. 3 gates are already active. He's going here for the gold. Here are the siege tanks now sieging at the Zelnaga watchtower. The Vikings trying to snipe some forces, of course. Serashin needs to watch out. There we see some Vikings. Even more Vikings streaming in, some bunkers getting built. Now the charge is about to get finished in the next 4 seconds. Is he warping in a bunch of more zealots? Nah, the gates still take another 10-15 seconds. This might be a little bit too much, but remember, there's not too many Marines out there, and Vikings, Marauders and tanks actually don't do that much damage against zealots. So now, yes, he's got the pylon here at this location as well, so he's actually able to warp in some units there. Vikings getting us some pot shots here. Colossus is in the red still at 53 HP, and looks like he wants to slowly push forward. Of course, losing pilots is not what he needs right now. There he is warping in more zealots. He's got the Immortal, and now he's going for a 2-pronged attack from the left and from the right side. All the zealots and the Immortal will get taken out, but here are the remaining forces, and take a look at those zealots. Even though the bunkers are up, those units did do quite a lot of damage, and now imagine without all these bunkers what Serashin would have been able to do. But Rikytan now landing his Vikings, looking good, taking out all those remaining zealots, now moving in at the natural, and looks like Rikytan will be able to take the first game. Serashin just overcommitted to this early attack, allowed Rikytan's economy just to kick in big time. It simply did not have enough stuff and enough upgrades, enough tech to go for. I mean, yes, there are still more zealots being warped in here in the back, but it's just not enough, because those landed Vikings actually make the difference. And another Immortal is out, more zealots being warped in. And I mean, assuming Serashin will be able to hold this off, he still got the expansion here at the natural and the one here at the gold, but not anymore, because not anymore very soon, because Rikytan just scouted it, and this Nexus is going to go down right now. So considering that Serashin is actually behind 70 supply, Rikytan is looking good, and it actually was quite a long time ago since I casted a couple of games of him. I think it was on the Friday's Craft Cup, like 2 or 3 months ago. but our friend Jan from the Czech Republic is looking good and going to take the first game, I guess. Of course, this is like I said, what I really like, what Atosa said. A sentry is like a security guard with a flashlight. He's not having any real weapons, he's just looking funky, but he can't do anything at all. So here the Vikings landed once again, and take a look, couple Vikings with 9 kills here with 8 kills. And the Zealots will get taken out by Vikings and siege tanks, and so are the remaining probes. And we should see a GG or a rage quit any second now, because last Thursday, yes, there's a rage quit. Last Thursday, when I was casting a game of Serashin in the PvP in the 4-players close combat cup in the semi-finals, he just raged so hard as opponent. He was very, very insulting. And if I would be this would be my tournament, I would have banned him from the tournament right away and from any future tournaments, at least for 3 or 4 weeks, because what he just said in this game, not in just game like against Rikytan, but last Thursday in the 4-players cup, was not very nice. So, Rikytan taking game number 1, and yeah, congratulations to him. So it's a best of 5 in the finals. This means he's got to win 2 more games in order to claim victory, get the 50 euros, get a silence power supply units, of course. They make also